Hi everyone, this is me Lou. Today we have an agenda full. Well, we have a lot of topics today we can pick and choose from. But first, I will I'll give my intuitive impressions of the Whitaker testimony today. And then I will give how I feel his testimony was received by Trump, and then I will possibly take a look at the Bezos and AMI situation that he's saying that basically the people at AMI that were basically trying to blackmail him. So and then also I did a chart for Putin. Hopefully, if I don't have a lot of time to go over that chart, I will at least do a short presentation because I feel Putin has some challenges ahead. I've been getting things about him for the past few years. Hi everyone. Hope everyone had a great week. I was talking about what I am going to cover tonight, what I'm going to talk about. Oh my God, today was amazing. And also, I'll give my impression of Ivanka because it seems like she had an interview with ABC News. So I'll do a little bit on that as well. Just to, even if I give short intuitive impressions, I will do that. At least everyone would have an idea of what's going on. So I will be right with you. I still have a couple of minutes here to go. Give me 1 second. I am there. How's everyone? I hope you can hear me well. Every once in a while I do my, hi artist, how are you? Hopefully I'll have enough time. I'll do a short presentation on what I feel about Putin. And also I would like to let everyone know. I'm sorry, I always forget to turn off my speaker. Hope that did not mess things up. What I wanted to say is I also do private readings. If anyone is interested, please feel free. I have a link below my video to my website. You can reserve a reading from there, or you can email me, whichever is easy for you. In any event, has everyone heard of the Bezos versus AMI? Pecker. Oh God, what a name. I wonder if if they gave this guy a hard time when he was in school. Hi Range Rover, how are you? The owner or CEO of AMI, I forget the name of the newspaper right now, but they are trying to blackmail Bezos. And obviously they tackled the wrong guy. And for some reason, I don't know when this is gonna come out. I feel Trump is going to be tied somehow in this thing. National Enquirer, thank you, Scully. That's going to be one thing that's going to be added on Trump's pile of misdeeds, because I did not read, and to whatever I feel Trump is tied to this thing, okay, and there is a connection. I feel they are going to be able to make the connection, but there's so much to investigate. It's going to be, that's what I heard too, artist. I feel it's going to be a challenge, because from what I did not read Bezos's blog. From what I understand, he posted it on Medium. That's what I heard last night. I feel it's going to be a challenge to connect it to Trump, but I feel they're going to be able to make it. Because from what I understand, he says that Trump gave a dinner last year, and Pecker was there, and and he brought some people, and some Saudis were there. So that's going to be something else that's going to be added to the Trump pile of misdeeds, and I feel they will get to the bottom of it. So the minute I heard that last night, I felt there was a connection. One second. And somebody said something this morning that resonated. Well, I have not been able to, I didn't have a chance today to be on Twitter much or to check, but Trump is in the habit of ridiculing people about if he doesn't like them. I don't think he did that today, and I heard somebody said on one of the news channels that he didn't do it, so that made people feel like he may have a finger on it. So that made me feel that the message I was getting last night when I first heard of this news, that he did do something. Yes, and some Michelle Pickens, and it seems like they are talking in the chat about AMI violating the deal, or Pecker violating the deal that he has with Mueller. Pecker is in trouble. I'm sorry, I almost forgot if I didn't look at the chat to remind me to say that. And somebody asked a question. Yes, Pecker and AMI. I would be surprised if AMI survived this situation, because Bezos is a real multi-billionaire. So he can create, he has already created, I feel, a very bad situation for them. Intuitively, I don't see how they're going to be able to get out from under this. It may take a little while. They don't know they are out of a job yet, but it's coming. Hi, Mary D. How are you? Hi, Mitzela. Okay. So now I will move on to the next topic, the news of the day. Whitaker. I feel that was, I watched him a little bit this morning, then I had to go out. And when I came back, I watched a little more while I was doing other things. This morning, the impression I had, the way he was looking at the panel or the Congress people that were sitting there, it feels like to me he was afraid. Not in the sense that, as a kid, but he was wondering how he was going to do, because it feels like to me Whitaker, I don't think he's going to last right now at the at DOJ. I feel he's going to be leaving. The thing is, it feels like to me he would like to have another job in government, and I would not be surprised if Trump, you know, as I am saying this, it feels like to me Trump has already promised him another position. And also, that's why it felt like to me that that's what he was doing this morning. He didn't want to uh, say anything to offend Trump. It feels like to me he was very careful in this afternoon, and I'm not the only one. Well, I was touching with him intuitively, but the people you talk, I don't mean to put it that way, but that's the first thing that's coming to my commentators on CNN and on MSNBC, because I was flipping channels. They said the same thing. It seemed like he was trying to please Trump. He was doing the best thing he could, and I was touching with that as well. But he was afraid, and it feels like when he's on show, he's arrogant, of course. He was trying to get a psychological edge over the chairman and a couple of people in that hearing. So he thought that he was going to try to ridicule them, and it backfires. And there's one more thing, people. I feel this guy is going to get into trouble. Legal issues. A lot of people that are around Trump, and also they are not thinking, it feels like to me, when Trump leaves office, what they are going to do and what's coming. Because everything that's going on in the White House right now, people are not thinking of when this is over. And I feel if we think things are intense now, when it comes to what Trump is doing, what he has done in the past, wait. When he leaves office, that's when we really gonna hear the truth about what he has done in the past, what's going on in the White House. People are gonna start looking for ways to cover themselves in order for them to be able to find another job. It's going to be unbelievable when I touch with the aftermath of this administration when Trump leaves office. So people at Whitaker are going to be sorry that they've gone in front of Congress and do the things that he did today. But the other point I was trying to make is he was trying to ridicule the chairman. His name escaped me right now, but I've been watching him for a long time, in fact. In my opinion, he's very smart, but it seems like Whitaker in some ways thought he could diminish him or embarrass him. It backfired. And he tried to do that to a couple of other people. It didn't work. But what I was feeling the most is he's going to rue today that he's going to wish at some point down the line, not now, that he didn't do this, he didn't pull this. This is going to backfire. Not immediately, but later. That's the impression I'm getting, or I was getting during the day when I touched with Whitaker. And does anyone know if his mom is still alive? Where am I getting his mother? Nadler, thank you very much, artist. Yes. Does anyone know anything about Whitaker? Where am I getting his mom? And then even, for some reason, I'm getting his mom. we may hear something about one of his parents, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's his mom. No problem. I was hoping. Oh well. Okay. Somebody said that he needs a spanking. Oh yeah, but he's gonna get it though, literally, uh, not a physical one. Okay. Someone asked me a question a little while ago. Oh, what? Let me before I go to Ivanka. It feels like I was touching with Trump while Whitaker was doing this. Was testifying. Oh, he thought he loved it because Whitaker was showing that he's tough, and that's what. Well, Whitaker accomplished his primary goal was to please Trump. So, and Trump feels like, well, that's what he's been looking for, somebody to defend him. I just got that just now. Uh, so he feels that, Trump feels that he has that in Whitaker, someone who can go out and defend him. So don't be surprised if Whitaker is recycled back into the administration uh, because Trump is very pleased with what he did. Unfortunately for Trump, I don't feel he's going to find the same loyalty with the new uh, Attorney General Barr, because Barr is his own man. Yes, he's gonna play with Trump, but I don't feel he's going to be as pliant as Whitaker, and not even and he's not even going to be like, well, Sessions recused himself because he was terrified, because Sessions knows what can happen if he did not do the right thing. But Barr, I don't feel Barr is going to play game with Trump. He's not going to be the same. He's not going to do this. Well, let's put it that way. I don't feel he's going to do Trump's bidding for him. No way. Okay. Now, uh, I'm trying to see. Yeah. So I feel Trump was pleased. The next person I feel like talking about is hi Pauline, thank you. Yes, is Ivanka. Did anyone someone posted a comment? I don't know if that's what they were referring to. I didn't have a chance to reply to the comment, but it seems like Ivanka did uh, an interview with ABC today, and she said something. I mean, like I said in my last video, the way this family, I mean, the way they view Russia and the way she put it, it's like, well, we were trying to do, well, basically, she was trying to say that they are in business, they should be able to do business with anybody. And then towards the end, I watched snippets of the interview from CNN. I mean, on YouTube, I'm sorry, on YouTube, but it was a CNN video. She said something like, uh, well, we were doing business with Russia. It's not like it was Iran. And I was shocked. And also she said, well, she said she has nothing to worry about because they did nothing wrong. I think she's, intuitively speaking, I feel she's lying. And the other, when she said it's Russia, it's not like they are dealing with Iran. Well, I would rather deal with Iran than with Russia, because I did Putin's chart Pluto is at the top of his chart in his 10th house. I will show it in a few minutes. Okay. Putin wants to be in control of everything, in my opinion, and he has mega ambitions. He wants to impose his will. That's what his will. That's what Putin is all about, with Pluto sitting at the top of his chart. So, in his 10th house, that is conjunct. I believe it's conjunct his MC, his midheaven. 1 second, I'm going to bring it up. Yeah, his midheaven is at 27 degrees 49 minutes Leo, and Pluto is at 29 minutes 25 seconds. I'm sorry, Libra, not Leo, Libra. So Pluto conjuncts his midheaven. So this guy, he wants to be in control. He wants everyone to be like below him. He's very ambitious when it comes to that. He wants, in my opinion, that translates to he wants to control the world. That's how I see this. And that's what he's trying to do. That's why when Ivanka said she thinks that, well, we only deal with Russia. It's not like Iran. She has no clue. And Russia, Putin does not like us at all. And there is an aspect between, I don't remember the aspect, I have to look at it. This guy, he can be very cold. And to me, that translates into he will do something nasty to you. He won't even think about it twice. That's what I feel when I touch with Putin and when I look at his chart. So I thought, and the other thing I want to make sure that I mention is Ivanka, by saying that they think they are smart, they are trying to get people to get used to hearing them saying this. It's like Russia is our friend. That's what basically she's trying to do. The people that are not thinking, who don't know much about history or what the leadership of in Russia is like, are gonna say, well, it's okay. What's the problem? That's what Ivanka is trying to do, but I don't think it's going to work because these people are so used to getting away with their misdeeds. Sometimes, although I know she's not, she it's just words, but sometimes I wonder if they are cognizant of what they are talking about. Because to me, that was the worst thing she could have. And if I was her, I would not have touched on Russia at all. So I feel it was a mistake, and I feel she lied. They are very worried. And also, I know I mentioned that she was not feeling well. Somebody mentioned that. Well, it feels like to me she was in the White House, so she can put makeup on and do an interview half hour, an hour, even if she's not feeling well. I am not saying she's still feeling unwell, but not feeling well the other day when I saw her laying down doesn't mean she's still sick. But that's the way I was getting her. That's why I said it. In any event, I feel she was lying through the interview. And it seems like every once in a while, because what I was picking up, if Trump succeeded in creating a plutocracy, Ivanka was supposed to succeed him. So unfortunately, I don't think that's going to work out. But it feels like to me some of them still have presidential ambitions. Unfortunately, I think jail is going to be the destination as opposed to another two in the White House. That's my feeling about this. In any event, her talking about Russia, I feel it was a mistake. And yes, she was lying. Somebody mentioned the SDNY. Trump and family are afraid of SDNY just as much as they are about the Mueller investigation. Trump turned the swamp into a cesspool of corruption. Hi, Susan. Hi, Wendy. Yes, Wendy, you are correct. Well, Susan, she may be still be. Susan says that she saw it. Ivanka didn't look pregnant to her. No, I mean, I don't know. I didn't say she was pregnant. I simply, a couple of times I picked up she wasn't feeling well. So she may not be showing yet. Well, that's me. I'm not getting that she's pregnant. I simply was, for some reason, and someone in the chat suggested that someone else said she's pregnant. And I believe I said that. I wasn't picking up she was pregnant. In any event, yes, according to people that I have, commentators on TV, STNY is a very tough place. If they are after somebody, no one can stop them. So, and that resonates with me. And I feel there is going to be something between New York and them. They're going to be working together. If there are things that they can't do, New York is going to take over. So, and I don't see how the Trump family is going to escape this. I try to intuitively touch with this thing in different ways. Yes, the only way when I touch with this, looking at it different ways that people who can step in to help them, the Republicans, the Meadows of this world, and Jim Jordan, these people are going to encourage Trump whenever Trump decides to resign, because this is going to get, what we are seeing now is nothing. Things are going to get worse going forward. And today, it feels like to me, gave the Trump administration a very good idea of what's to come, what they are going to face. And I don't feel it's only going to be the Nadler's team, because I don't remember the name of his committee. All the other chairmen are going to be as tough with Trump appointees when they come in front of them. So today was only the beginning. It's going to get worse for Trump. I don't see it getting better. And it feels like to me, Trump and his family, they may still be living in La La Land. Every once in a while, they wake up and they get very scared, but they are hoping that they can weather this, and they feel like they have enough money, they can hire a lot of lawyers. I feel they're going to have difficulties finding people they can hire for two reasons. And I'm sure everyone knows you don't have to be an intuitive or psychic to know this. People are worried about their next job if they go to work with Trump. And also he doesn't pay people who work for him. So he has, I'm sure people know, but he has a bad track record of not paying people who work for him. So he's going to have issues. If they think they're just going to, at the beck and call, that people are going to work for them, I don't feel that's going to happen. So regardless of how much money they feel they have at their disposition to hire attorneys, I feel they're gonna have problems. Edward says Trump will brag that he was the greatest resignation ever. It was the greatest resignation ever. Yeah, Edward, I wouldn't be surprised if he does that. Uh, but I feel it's I feel it's downhill from here for Trump and his family. I don't see I don't see how they're gonna get out of this because he's playing with all kinds of scenarios on his mind on how he can take it, get away with this. Nothing is gonna work. I don't feel uh, he has any ideas. And now because of the shutdown, and I know a lot of people are wondering if we're gonna shut down next week. I don't feel it. I don't see it. I wanted to drop that and make sure everyone uh, uh, I don't see a shutdown next week. So many Republican senators and in the House, they don't want another shutdown. Somebody asked, Noel is asking that guy is a hacker and wondering if he's helping Russia. Noel is asking, he's saying, I don't know what that guy is, who that guy is, Noel. If I don't know who you are referring to as a potential hacker. If you are talking about, oh, yeah, I mean, I believe he has some knowledge about computers, and also he worked for NSA or something like that. That's how he was able to get all the information. That's what happened. But now he's still in Russia. So I, but I don't feel that's helping Trump though, in any way. Okay. Hi Teresa, how are you? Okay, let me see what I have next. Oh, this one is important. Richard Burr, I believe that's his name, the senator in charge uh, of the investigation on the Senate side. I believe he was on CBS, and he said that he did not find, oh, the way he put it, he described the whole, or he tied the 2016 hacking of our election into international criminal network. I don't, I'm having a big issue with that. I don't think that's true at all. Yes, they have international criminal networks, but I feel this was something that was orchestrated by Putin and his Secret Service people, or his intelligence people. That's the way I should put it. I don't feel this was some kind of international criminal network. I don't think so. Yes, they can hire, those crooks. They can hire people, computer hackers, to do a lot of misdeeds, but I don't think they're gonna. When I touch with them, they want money. They're not interested in, unless I'm missing something. I don't think I think Burr is trying to cover up for Trump, because I don't feel he's being honest, or was honest in that interview. Okay. Richard Burr, thank you, Jackie. Oh, really? I didn't know. Okay. I mean, I know the name. I know his face. I've seen him on TV a few times in the past, uh, but I don't know much about him. But uh, when I heard about this morning, I had a feeling that he was not being honest. Amy one is asking, do I still feel William Barr, the new Attorney General, will follow the law? Yes, Amy. In fact, I just mentioned that a little while ago. Barr is not going to do Trump's bidding for him. No way. He may, help Trump here and there because Trump is a very good manipulator. Okay? If we notice how many people are lying for Trump, excuse me, and some of them are not thinking, they're heading to jail. Like Roger, well, Manafort had his own interest because he used to work uh, in Russia and Eastern Europe. He had a lot of deals there. Okay, but look at the number of people who are going to jail because they were willing to lie for Trump. So he's a pretty good manipulator as well. But I don't feel Barr is going to put himself, and he loves his family. And the other thing is his age. At this point in his life, I don't feel he's going to do anything that's going to adversely affect his standing or when the historians write about him. So he is terrified of what can be said about him in history. Anna Baby is asking what will happen when Trump go to El Paso. From what I understand, he's doing one of his rallies. Nothing is going to happen. I mean, there are going to be some protesters there, I feel. Okay? You're right. I was thinking about that the other day because I heard he was going. But it's just going to be a regular rally. There are going to be a lot of security there. I don't think anything is going to go wrong. It's just that because of some of the comments that he's made about El Paso, he's going to attract a number of protesters. But that I feel is going to be the worst. Oh my God, Michelle. Michelle says Barr's wife and Muller's wife are in the same Bible study class. Wow. That I didn't know. Thanks, Michelle. Linda Jones, okay, I just noticed a comment. Linda just posted that CNN reported that Trump's lab reports from his physical are worse than last year. Too many Big Macs. Linda, I could have told Trump that. And I believe I mentioned that he may have some health issues. And some people mentioned that other psychics have said the same thing as well. Yeah. This past year has not been good for him. Yes, he's putting a brave front. But he eats when he's depressed and scared. So yeah, that's why the lab is not coming out. He's worse than last year, but I am not surprised when they said he was going to take his physical this year. I expected it. But there is a physician on CNN, I believe it's Gupta. I forgot his last name. He was talking about Trump's has artery diseases. So that again is making me feel what I am getting about Trump during one of those people testifying in front of Congress. Can trigger some stuff that are not. Thank you very much, 201 Sanjay Gupta. Yep. He was talking about that last year, and I saw a little bit today or yesterday. I don't recall exactly. But yeah, there is a very good chance. But since he's the president, I am sure they've done tests to check his arteries and the like. So they will catch those things early. But a stroke is not out of the question either. So I'll leave it there as far as his health is concerned. That's Joe said when Trump leaves office, they're going to put him in an institution. They can't let him loose. Exactly, Gapsi's mom. Yes. Gapsi's mom said, Gupta said Trump has cardiac issues. Yes. He said that last year, but I was getting it anyway. So I am not surprised. That's possibly why I was getting, and I've been getting this for a while, and I try to not to. These things can be alarming, and I try to be a bit conservative about my predictions. But yes, there's potential for him to the stress, the amount of stress that he's under right now is not going to help him. Okay. Let me see what else I have in my bag of, oh my God. Okay, people. Virginia. The top 3 leaders in Virginia. Okay. Has any of you been following the situation in Virginia? Well, the first person I feel, if he's not careful, he may last, I'm getting the number 2 days to 2 weeks. The Fairfax. Yes, Cappy's mom, he's being set up, but I don't feel, Cappy's mom is saying Fairfax is being set up. Regardless, that's why I said if he doesn't play this well, 2 days to 2 weeks, he's going to be gone. You know, I am not going to say, try to defend the action, okay? But the way I am getting Fairfax when I touch with him, unfortunately for him, he may get overwhelmed. Too many women may come out. But what I feel they're going to do, they're going to try to do a psychological profile of those women. Like if they've had traumatized past, and they're going to try to explain away why they are making certain accusations and whether it is true at all. That's what I feel Fairfax and his team of attorneys are thinking of doing. Yes, Scully, Fairfax, the Lieutenant Governor of Virginia. I feel like saying the First Lady, and I was getting that. because I try to listen to him, to Fairfax, that is, and the people or attorneys that he's dealing with. They are looking or going over the first lady who accused him of raping her or abused her in some ways. It feels like there is a situation that when she was growing up, she was abused. So, in a sense, she was traumatized. That's terrible. Oof. But they're not going to say it in a way that as if she's a bad person. They're going to put it in a way as like someone who's traumatized, and she can be so angry, or even if something was consensual. I'm simply explaining to intuitively the way I feel, the potential of when I was listening to him and the people who are helping him. That's what it feels like to me they were talking about. At least that's one potential way of them going about defending him. Bringing the past, explain that she's traumatized. Maybe this situation was consensual, and after that it brought up whatever trauma she had, and she's accusing him. That's what I feel. That's the way I feel they're gonna fight this. So that's the approach, and I feel they're gonna try to do the same thing with the second lady as well. Someone just asked me, will the Virginia scandal affect the 2020 election? Bow, I don't think so. In fact, I've been thinking about this all week. I don't see the connection at all between now and 2020. That's one thing. Number two, and that's why I'm saying Fairfax I would be surprised if he lasts 2 weeks. All the Democratic presidential candidates are going to wash their hands off of this. In fact, they are cutting him loose already. So the point I'm trying to make is when I said that is to prevent this scandal from bleeding into the 2020 election, and also they want to wash their hands off of this. They don't want to have to go out there while campaigning to answer questions about it. That's what I feel when I saw Kamala yesterday or the day before yesterday. She said this needed to be investigated because she didn't want to cut him off right away, but basically anyway she did. Because if she read the letter the woman wrote, I have not seen it. I have so many things I'm doing. I'd rather go intuitively before instead of getting information. She basically was cutting him loose, and that's what they're all going to do. Is because they want to make sure this thing is compartmentalized. It does not bleed into 2020. So, Bow, no, it's not gonna happen. I'm sorry if I went into a long explanation. Hi, Stephen. Stephen says 208 people are watching. Oh my God. Yes, Stephen, you're right. I was busy trying to concentrate on what I'm saying. Thank you. And thanks everyone, those in you in the audience for watching my stream. I really appreciate it. Thanks for your support. Okay. But that's what I feel about Fairfax. Now, the governor himself, I feel he's going to try to hang on. And somebody said this morning, and it resonates with how I am feeling about this. One second. This is the Fairfax situation is so bad, it's given cover or it pales. I mean, the governor's situation, it pale in comparison. So, and that resonated with me. I felt I gave the governor about a month or so to resign. With this, that's going to give him a little more time. But I feel the governor as well, if he's not careful, he's going to go. The person I feel who may survive this is the Attorney General, because he came out, admitted it, and if we notice, I have not seen him or heard anything about him since he made the statement that he painted his face as well. So there's a very good chance he's the only one who may survive the scandal. But people, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a third woman that come out. There's potential for a third woman here. So if that happens, Fairfax is done. Okay, I wasn't looking at the screen. I was trying to. I'm just looking at the screen now. A fourth person also admitted to being a blackface. I don't know, Copy's mom. Who was there's a fourth person. Who's the fourth person? That one is news to me. Edward says, should Orange Face be forced to resign as well? I think they should force him to do the same. But don't worry, Ed. When they're going to put pressure on Trump to resign, we won't know about it. Unless he says no, then it's going to leak. But absolutely, they should. I mean, this guy has gotten away with so many things. But I did his chart last week. I don't recall exactly when I showed his chart here. Trump does not have the support of the universe to get away with this for the next, year plus. So, because anything and everything that we do, there are certain aspects in our astrological chart that indicates, okay, will the universe support you? Let's say, for example, will you be blessed with a job, have enough money, or if you have knowledge to get a job, those type of things. If the universe is not with you and you have money, and it's not going to happen. So Trump is in that window right now. That's why I showed his chart last week. And also, the funny thing is, and I think I mentioned it last week, I have been doing readings on YouTube over a little over a year now, and I started mentioning that Trump was going to start having major issues starting September 18, and February of this year was going to be critical. It's the time when he was going to resign, and I did his chart. I went over his chart about a week or two ago because I wanted to prepare to present it to all of you. And that's when I realized what I was getting intuitively. I am a little early, okay, by predicting February. But if we notice, everything, and at that time, I did not realize that Democrats were going to be in power and all these things were going to happen, because that's not what I was concentrating on. I was concentrating on what was going to happen to Trump. And Democrats are in power. Everything is starting, to get worse as of this month. Because look at the testimony today, and more to come. And the other big scandal is when they release his tax return. That's when things are really going to get sticky for him. So, what the point I'm trying to make is, I don't see how he's going to be able to survive the rest of the year, because the next couple of months are going to be very challenging. And today, yes, he was very happy with the way Whitaker did, but it frightened him the way, oh my God, can someone please tell me the name of the Congress lady? She's from Texas. I can't recall her name right now. She went after Whitaker. Does anyone know her name? I mean, there were about 3 people, 4 people. Oh my God, no, there were a number of people that went after him. That went after, yes, Lee. Thank you, Pat. Barbara Lee. But I'm sorry, Barbara Lee wasn't the only one who went after her. Sorwell went after him, and a number of others. That really made Trump think. And it was like a big warning to him that his way forward is not going to be easy. Oh, Barbara's from California? Sheila, thank you. Sheila. Yes, Barbara, the lady from California, went after him as well. Sodwell went after a number of them. But Sheila made an impression because she basically read him the Riot Act, and she had the Constitution in her hand. She was not playing, so she was pretty tough. She was the toughest one, I believe. So, but the point I'm trying to make is, when Trump saw that, he was taken aback. That was, I mean, all those things, I feel he knows that things are not going to go his way. Nobody's going to shrink in front of his threats or anything that he does. Oh, really, Joyce? Joyce says Jackson is no joke. Yeah, it seems like she... oh, the other thing I wanted to say today, I almost forgot. I will present Putin's chart Monday. The other thing I wanted to say was Klobuchar is going to announce Sunday, but something is bothering me. I love her, and I read an article about her that she mistreats her employees. When I read that, that it really, you know what? There is one thing I feel like saying, because I'm talking about Klobuchar, and Kamala is coming to mind as well. I would not be surprised if Kamala is the nominee. And I'm going to say it right now. If she's the nominee, she will beat Trump like a drum. But I am a little disappointed in Klobuchar because I really think she's a bright woman. But from what I read, she mistreats her employees, and I have been mistreated in certain companies, and it was not fun. So I am a bit disappointed. But the thing is, I feel there's a very good chance, because all this time I have been going back and forth between Kamala and Klobuchar. Everyone else, I feel, I don't see how it's going to work. So, but if it's Kamala, we're in good shape. Biden too, but Kamala will beat Trump like a drum. That I don't know why I feel very. Klobuchar could as well, but Klobuchar has a different style, but based on what came out, the news, the way she treats people, I don't feel she's going to make it. It's going to be, let's put it this way, it's going to be an issue for Klobuchar going forward. She's going to have to answer those questions, unfortunately, and it's how well is she going to answer them and recover. Yes, come on, I can keep some kick some butts. And she was a prosecutor, so she's really quick. I mean, besides being smart and well, Klobuchar was a prosecutor as well. Klobuchar was a prosecutor as well. Am I right? Yes, no, well, that's for sure. Was does anyone know? I can't remember. Was Klobuchar a prosecutor as well? I believe so. Yes, artist, that's what I heard. She was tough. Well, someone has to be tough to run against Trump. You see what he did to the other 16 guys that were very nice? And unfortunately, I love Hillary, but I wish I was working for her. Oh my God, I would have given her a lot of input to stand up to this guy. Well, unfortunately, I don't think she could have overcome Comey's news, what Comey did towards the end with that news conference, about non-existent emails, and also with the Russian interfering. So it would have been challenging, but I would have had her stand up to Trump for sure. In any event, thank you, Bar. I don't see him. I will definitely. Thank you for keeping an eye for me. Everyone, if anyone is causing trouble, please let me know. Uh, Thank you for letting me know. Or call me. If the phone rang, you guys have the number. Just call me. It's okay to interrupt me because I'm not going to tolerate. I'm going to look for it. Thank you for alerting me. Okay. Please, everyone, from going forward, if someone is causing any interruption, because we've been doing great, and I love the way our live stream is going. But I can't pay attention to the chat as I am talking because, believe it or not, I am reading. It's difficult to do both. I will take a glance at the chat, but please, just call me, let me know, and I will take care of it. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Please feel free to post comments, let me know. If you have any questions or if there are topics you would like me to cover, I will present Putin's chart on Monday, and after that, what my plan is doing is I'll do a reading based on the news of the day or of the week, and then I will give I'll do short presentations, astrological presentation on different people. So, yes, Bow, I did. Thank you for alerting me. I'm glad I just happened to look at the screen and I saw what you posted. I appreciate it. Thanks for your help. In any event, everyone, I will start mixing things up, a little astrological chart about whoever we want to look at, and I will continue giving my intuitive impressions of news events, Trump, his family, and everyone that we feel we should discuss. So please feel free to leave me comments. Thank you everyone for watching. Those who are not in the chat, I really appreciate you. Thank you for your support. Have a great weekend, everyone. I will see you on Monday. Bye.